Okay. This was requested a couple times. I finished building my character, and this is a farm build, but I want to point out something real quick to explain to anyone watching why maybe you'd want to build your farmer differently. I actually have 90% smashing lethal resistance all the time, and not from mutation. Look, I don't even have it active. Like, I legit am tougher than most, all brutes on every team I'm on, even when I exemplar down, and some tanks. And this is so I can do regular content and such. But my global bonuses in other areas, such as my worst damage bonus and accuracy, and especially recharge, may not be as high as you've seen on other farming builds. So, don't copy my build directly. Also, since this was my first 50 since I restarted playing CoH, several of my enhancements are not attuned, because I had to buy them with merits because I was poor, you know? The best way to create a build nowadays is to buy everything with money through the auction house. Buy 100% of it, buy it at a low level so you can get it attuned for free, basically. Like, if you're looking for Crushing Impact, buy a level 1 Crushing Impact. They don't go that low, it'll be attuned automatically. I didn't do that. Lots of little mistakes. They don't affect me at 50. In fact, they might even benefit me because I could use enhancement boosters on these, if I had any. And I could, you know, raise their level. But I won't be doing that. Also, I forgot to show this. Okay. If I get enhancement boosters, I'll use them. So first, I'll do the demon farm. And I may do an AE farm. No. Screw it. There's no point demonstrating that. You guys know that AE is faster. If AE gets nerfed, Demon Farm is by far the most likely mission you'll all be running. However, even though the demons are easy to fight, they have bad AI that causes them to stay at a distance, and they have 20% fire resistance. So, in terms of speed, Battle Maiden might actually be faster. You will kill them more quickly. Also, they do heal themselves, but the heal is incredibly tiny. Alright, be dead. I have Consume slotted with 5 obliterations, which does not really help it as an endurance power, but I needed the set bonuses. Interesting note about Consume is, due to its high recharge, it'll proc damage procs 100% of the time. So I have the chance for smashing in Consume, and that actually does go off quite a bit. Also, demons run Invents, which raises their defense. That can really affect your farming. I'm just gonna chill and let Atom Smasher recharge, because it has the chance for minus resistance in it, the Achilles proc. And I prefer to start off every fight with it. Sometimes that proc goes off, and when it does, it makes a big difference. This is what I was talking about with the AI not being spectacular. I guess for a quick comparison, I will hop in AE and just reveal the farm everyone's doing, no big deal, whatever. Might as well show it before it gets nerfed again. Also, you would usually use Ion Judgment on a dedicated farmer, but I like Mighty. It's still big enough to hit 2 groups, as you can see here. 32 target cap instead of 40. It's really not bad. It's much better on real content because you get the added benefit of the soft control it provides with the basically guaranteed knockup. I think when it's tier 4 it is guaranteed. You'll want to learn your hotkeys for combining inspirations too. You probably want to learn hotkeys just for using your powers if that's your goal. Yeah, I'll demonstrate Consume's damage procs once again here. Watch this. See all the numbers that pop up? If you loaded Consume with damage procs, it would do every one of them each time. Could be useful as a burst damage maneuver, but I needed the 5-piece set bonus. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go... Actually, it'll be faster to do this. I will compare this to AE real quick. Like many people, I prefer Talos. The hospital's right by it for buying stuff. The inspiration vendor is in every AE, so that's kind of not necessary anymore. I think I just like Talos because it's less populated. And I don't use my Destiny at all, really, in farming. If your build is lower end, and you're not going to slot for as much resistance as me, you could use Barrier to fill in the holes in your resistance and defense. Make sure you do standard rewards. Tickets are really bad now. So the enemies in AE do not have resistance. That changes it up quite a bit. They also don't have as many ranged attacks, and their AI is much more predictable, which causes them to run in range of you and die very quickly. These two advantages cause it to be a lot faster than traditional farming, even though it does have 50% less base EXP. It has the same money currently, as of this date. These enemies are also quite a bit easier just to fight. They don't have high defense. They don't self-heal. There's so many around me where positions glitching out. Like, where are you? This build does have endurance issues. I did not use several core items like the Panacea proc and a couple other things because you don't need to. When you're playing a Fiery Aura farmer, the assumption is that you don't fix your endurance issues because you just use Consume. If you spend a bunch of slots investing in recovery and endurance discount and stuff, I would argue you've wasted those slots, because you could just use Consume. And the worse your endurance is, the more recharge you need. Global recharge is very helpful in general, and it gets Consume up more, so you just Consume again. Why am I getting orange instead of red? Also, when you have a boss left, if you beat the shit out of him with radiation melee, he will cause the contamination procs, but it's more important to just keep using your AoEs when they're off cooldown. You don't need a extra AoE on rad melee, it's no big deal. If I picked up more AoEs, what would happen is I'd complete an AoE cycle and there'd be nothing but bosses left, and I would still need to single target down the bosses. And single target is AoE, because it's rad melee, so they're exploding. Know what I mean? Nice miss. I did pick the Destiny for max health, if you're curious. Because I don't have many ways to boost it as a brute, as a Fiery Aura brute, and the HP cap is quite high. Barrier is always a good choice if you don't want to go that route. Do not pick Ageless. Don't pick Ageless for Endurance Recovery. You have this button right here, you just click it and be like... Nice. There's a lot of ways you can deviate from my build to be less effective in regular content, like task forces, and more effective as a farmer, but don't fucking pick Ageless. It's such a waste. It's such a waste. Wow, my character moved back way further than I told her to. What the hell? I mean, that's really it. I'm about to end the video. After I hit this guy with Atomic Dick Slam one more time. A lot of stuff is happening. The way that I slotted the auras, I'm especially proud of. Because it provides the max amount of smashing and lethal resistance with damage procs. So, I have a proc, 3 pieces of Oblit, including a proc, and then 2 pieces of Multi-Strike for the resistance bonus, and these are the ones that contain the endurance saving aspect. It gives the power a really good overall profile. On top of 2 damage procs, and of course an irradiated ground I use a different one. I thought about another Achilles proc, but I don't even know if it'll really benefit it. I mean, you can see the power of it when I just stand here and do nothing. Supposedly damage procs were nerfed by the PPM changes, but ultimately they still seem pretty strong to me. You'll notice they only occur every 10 seconds still, because the only time their chance can go off. And then, of course, Atomic Dick Slam is just a really good move. In general, it's just very, very powerful. If you wanted to try this build, all I can say is stick with it, because it does not come into its own until you get Consume, Atom Smasher, and Burn. And these are all powers you get very late in the build. Basically, late 20s, and then level 32. That's it. Hopefully this satisfies the people who are asking about it. If you don't like my build, go make a AE optimized Spine Fire with no tough and no weave.